An alien, if we define it as this, a being not from our world, that does not live from our world, from somewhere else, then aliens are real. Now, understanding higher dimensions, this is going to help us with understanding the whole concept of aliens. So again, if you're a higher being like God, you are outside of space and time. If you are a spirit being, if you're in the invisible world of the spirits, and the spirits, which we know, cannot be physically touched or pulled on, right? Spirits are non-physical, which means they would have to be outside of our temporal dimension, the fourth dimension of time, right? So they also do not live in our world. However, we know that God, through Jesus Christ, and we know that angels, we're going to get to that in the past, have dipped down into our reality before, taken on physical form, but we know they can also return. Jesus Christ, we know, is back up into the spirit realm. He dipped down, and he's back up there, right? So this kind of gives you the idea of dipping in and out. Imagine these groups of people that just lived on a two-dimensional piece of paper. And I had ink on my fingers, but I'm in the higher dimension. When I put my fingers down on that paper, and I have these three fingers, I put my three fingers down, it now all of a sudden looked like three objects appeared out of nowhere in their world. And when I lift my hand up, I disappeared like that. I just accessed the higher third dimension that they cannot access. So it shows you what higher dimensions can do and why things can seem the way they are. Just like if you dip your toe in water, all of a sudden you enter a fish's world, right? A fish can't see what we're doing right here, right now, but if we walk down to the river or a lake or a pond and we put our feet in, now all of a sudden we've entered their dimension, but we'll dip out. So I have a little cartoon here, and it's this fish telling his other fish friends about this alien encounter he had. He says, I felt a stabbing pain in my lip. I felt myself being pulled up by the alien force. I got sucked up out of the water. I couldn't breathe. The light was so bright. I got probed and measured and examined, and then I was released back into the water. It was so weird. And his friends go, there's no such thing as fishermen. There's no such thing. I'm sick of these hoaxes and these UFOs and these unidentified floating objects. They're just not real, right? But it sounds crazy, but the fish would be right. And the fish would be just telling them, listen, there are beings above our dimensions that we live in, above this world, this water world. And I'm telling you, they can dip in and get right out. I'm telling you it's real, and they took me, right? So that's a little bit of a joke there, but it's the same exact scientific concept. And that's how it is. We're going to find out with us. An alien, if we define it as this, a being not from our world, that does not live from our world, from somewhere else, then aliens are real.